It is the latest transfer rater on ESPN FC. Kay Murray and Mark Ogden with you. We'll start with the big one, Mark. Cristiano Ronaldo to Inter Miami. Beckham has said he wouldn't mind this happening. Of course, that's the case. We know that Ronaldo and Messi, because he was mentioned too, have both shown interest in going to the US at some point. Can you see Ronaldo going to Miami to play under Beckham?
I can certainly see Ronaldo going to Miami to play under Beckham at some point, but whether it's this year, I don't know. I think Ronaldo still has enough in his tank to stay in Europe for maybe 1 more year, 2 more years perhaps. But I think definitely at some point in his career he'll end up in the MLS. You know, Miami, LA. There's certainly plenty of places that would appeal to Ronaldo. But I think right now, to go from Serie A, Champions League to MLS, I just don't think it's feasible right now. And I think obviously as well it cost Miami an awful lot of money to take Ronaldo to Florida.
Okay, one that might be a bit more feasible is Alexandre Lacazette to leave Arsenal in the summer. There's interest for him. It looks as though his time is up with the Gunners. There's been talk about what his relationship is like with Mikel Arteta. What do you make of this rumour?
Yeah, I think Lacazette will go in the summer. I don't think Arteta's convinced by him at all. I think obviously Aubameyang is the main guy at Arsenal. Lacazette doesn't score enough goals for me. I think he's a player that had a good start in his initial move to Arsenal, but I think it's faded. I think he's looking like he wants to move. He's looking like he's checked out. I don't see why Arsenal would persist with him beyond this summer. So I think for me, Arsenal want to get younger players in, players they can plan around. I think Lacazette doesn't tick that box.
A couple of players here to talk about, and it's both of them rumoured to be going to Manchester United. Both of them have confirmed that there's been interest from Manchester United. One of them is Raul Jiménez from Wolves. Obviously, we know he's had his injury problems this year. And the other one is Andre Silva. He's at Eintracht Frankfurt right now in the Bundesliga. He's been killing it there. And both of them have confirmed that there has been interest. So what do you think?
Well, we all know that United need a striker. They need a goal scorer. They need a guy that will, maybe score 20 league goals a season. I think they've got plenty of attacking talent with Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial and Mason Greenwood, but they don't really have an out-and-out number 9. And I think that is on the list. Clearly, the main guy that they want, everyone else is Erling Haaland. But I think United have missed the boat there. They had the chance maybe 18 months ago and didn't take it. So now they're looking around for other options. But, as good as Raul Jiménez has been at Wolves, I think that it's going to take him a while to get back to full fitness after his head injury. It was a terrible, injury when he suffered at Arsenal. So I think he needs time to recover. And I'm not sure United would want to, commit a lot of money to Raul Jiménez this summer without knowing he's fully over his injury. As for Silva, again, different matter. He's done well in Germany. The problem with Germany is a lot of players come over to the Premier League from Germany and don't really hit it off. We have to look at Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, two recent examples at Chelsea this summer. They haven't really hit the ground running. Roberto Firmino took quite a long time to get going at Liverpool. United found out with Henrik Mkhitaryan and even Shinji Kagawa that players in Germany don't settle very quickly in England. So I'd be very surprised if United went for Silva.
Well, seeing as though you mentioned Kai Havertz, let's talk about him. And it's another double player moving out of a club. So Kai Havertz or Christian Pulisic leaving Chelsea. We know that Thomas Tuchel has a new project on his hands. In the summer, there is said to be an overhaul. Obviously, injuries have impacted Pulisic's time there recently. Kai Havertz took a little while to get going. What do you make of these type of stirrings?
Well, I think Pulisic has found it difficult, hasn't he, in his second season at Chelsea? I think he had a great end to his first season, but second time around, he's just not performed. And I don't think Tuchel's convinced by him. I think he knows him, obviously, from his time at Borussia Dortmund. And I think if Pulisic had a long-term future at Chelsea, I think we'd have seen a bit more of him recently. I know he's had injuries, but he has been available for other games. He's struggled to make an impact. So I think if you're going to say one of them would leave this summer, I think the more likely is Pulisic, because he spent an awful lot of money on Kai Havertz and they need to give him time to prove his worth, over £70 million. So I think Chelsea can't cut the losses on Havertz just yet. I think they have to give him time to find his feet, maybe learn to deal with the Premier League. Pulisic's had that. He's had that extra year. And I think if push comes to shove this summer, they have to get rid of one of them. I think it would Pulisic.
The next one's interesting because Bayern have been conceding a lot of goals this season. In fact, it's almost 30 years since they conceded so many goals. Obviously, they're flying at the other end of the pitch. Now, they've gone some way to dealing with that. They've signed Deo Upamecano. He's coming in the summer. It could be quite the formidable partnership if they are to get the next player that's said to be on their wish list. It's Kalidou, Koulibaly. What a pairing that would be, Mark.
Yeah, I think on paper it'd be like a fantasy football team, wouldn't it? Those two at centre-half. But you don't really see too many big clubs signing two brand new centre-halves. I think the risk involved there is that they won't settle together, that take a bit of time to bed down. I think, let's not forget that Bayern already have Jerome Boateng, Nicolas Soulé, so they're not short of options at centre-half. I think Upamecano is obviously one for the future. Koulibaly would be one for the here and now. But I just don't see Bayern spending a lot of money on a player that's pushing 30, the wrong end of 30, that would not necessarily be one for the long term. So I think that Bayern are great with Upamecano, but I think they'll stick with what they've got in terms of the other option.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.